What's up, guys? We are back. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. It's the start of Kwanzaa. I don't think Kwanzaa's ended yet, but as always, I am Jace, joined by my good friend Squeak. How are you, Squeak?
I'm good. Christmas is done.
Christmas is done.
I'm very good. Well, it's normal. I'm average.
You were up there and you just brought it down so quickly when you realised you gave an inkling of happiness. You brought it straight back.
I know. You know.
I got a persona, damn it.
No, it's not even that. You can't be too happy, or people want to bring you down anyway. So you know.
Okay, cool. I mean, did you have a good Christmas? Was it all right?
It's just any other day, isn't it?
Did you enjoy?
I go at my cousin's for dinner, and that's about it.
Did you enjoy the parsnips?
Yeah.
I wish I had a picture of the throwback to you eating a parsnip, just a raw parsnip.
Yeah, well.
Just going to town on that mofo.
Pretty sure that doesn't exist anymore. So,
okay. But you had a good one though, yeah?
Yeah.
Hugsy and co, everybody's alright that end.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, everyone's good. Did you have a good?
Yeah, it was alright. It was manic. Ended up at Mum's. You know, Mum runs a pub, so ended up behind the bar and...
I saw the video on Facebook.
Which one?
The one of you all looking kind of wavy.
Oh yeah. It was a good time. It was a really good time. The first drink was free behind the bar, so I was just giving out drinks to everyone.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was a good time. So yeah, I just thought we'd just crack straight in. As you know, this Friday it is the beginning of 2016. What has been your favourite game this year? I mean, I haven't even really taken a real good look into what games have come out this year. But there's a few that, you know, are up there for me.
The thing is, there is quite a few games out, isn't there? But I wouldn't really say I have favourites as such.
Okay.
Just because, why put one game on the pedestal when you can have a few?
I hear that. Well, you know, you can have a podium finish. Top 3 in no particular order?
Oh. Metal Gear, because it surprised me.
Yeah.
I half want to say Rainbow because like it seems better than Duty, but I got shot through. Someone shot me through the arse on it, so I don't think I can really put that on there.
That clip was so great. You know, you approached him from behind as you do.
I thought I had the drop on him as well.
And bullets came out his bum bum.
Oh my god, terrible. It was terrible. I've never. It's like, my god. Really? See, I want to say Fallout, but I feel that's kind of predictable.
No, but that's okay. If it's your favourite, it's your favourite. There was a lot of build up to it. It was most anticipated.
The thing is, as much as I like it, I still don't think I'd say it's a favourite as such.
Okay.
And I don't know why. I can't really put my finger on it. Like, it's not a bad game. I think it's more of the same. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
The Witch was pretty good.
Okay.
Maybe put that on the...
Up on the podium?
Yeah, and that's... I don't know. We just have 2 on the podium. I can't think of a third.
Okay. See, now mine... I mean, I'm putting Fallout 4 on there, because I've loved Fallout 4. But yeah, going back... Dying Light. That was this year, wasn't it?
Was it this year?
I thought it was early 2015.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
So yeah, Dying Light's up there for me. And then, you know, I don't want to put it up there, but I want to give it a mention. See, you're just going to shut it down straight away. FIFA.
No.
FIFA.
No.
At the start, I mean, over time it's just become FIFA again. But I liked how fresh it felt at the beginning. And it just kind of, you know, the honeymoon period's over now. But yeah,
it's just the same box with like they just stencil over the number.
So yes, I'm gonna go Fallout 4, Dying Light, and can't really think of another one. Oh, I'll tell you actually what was good when it first came out. But it it was my favorite game when it first came out. It's not my favorite game because it's just kind of hasn't really moved on since.
Mm.
Battlefield Hardline. When it first came out, really enjoyed it.
Hardline?
Hardline, yeah, really enjoyed it when it first came out,
Gosh.
but it didn't give us anything after a while.
So how can that be a favorite?
Because I'm just thinking about like it's really difficult because right now I want to say my favorites are Ark, Fallout 4.
They're really recent though.
Yeah, that's the thing, and I'm just
That's
trying
the
to think when
problem.
they came out and we first played them. I feel were sport for choice of games, but when Hardline came out, I loved to play in that hot wired mode. But then yeah, I guess after a while, once you play it and you batter it, it kind of drops down. But I'm just thinking my initial
Sure.
impressions in first place. If they would have given it the treatment that Battlefield 4 was given, then it would have been so sick.
I was
But
gonna say though, surely that like for it to be a favorite, you've got to have some kind of longevity in there, something that either brings you back to it or keeps you
it's one of those
playing
where
it.
if everybody said, oh, if all of us like, were on in a party and it was like, oh, Hardline, and we all jumped on Hardline, I reckon it would just be such a good crack. Obviously, where we've just moved on to other games. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those kind of games.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh, I wanna. Well, I can't say it's a favorite because I've not played it yet. But
mm.
I got Until Dawn on
Okay.
PlayStation the other day, and that looks like it could be good.
Is that the one where you make choices throughout the thing on?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I watched somebody
Yeah.
playing that on Twitch. Can't remember who it was, but yeah, that game looks pretty intense. It
I
looks
might actually stream it, but
okay.
I don't know.
96-hour stream.
Oh god, no. But like,
You'll
it's,
probably do the game in like 6.
yeah.
So yeah.
I can see it stressing me out though. Choices, actual choices, rather than.
Yeah. And if you do
Yeah.
nothing, it just makes a choice for you.
Does it?
Yeah. As far as I know, there are moments where like the clock's ticking. So there's a
Oh my
blade coming
god.
towards two people, and if you don't choose, the blade just keeps going.
Really?
Yeah. And I think there's one point where you got to pick A or B. If you don't, then they both die. I think there's like loads
Ooh,
of situations like that. So yeah, that could be a fun game for you.
brilliant.
Gasping away.
Give a guess.
Cool. So yeah, next up, I was thinking with it being a new year and stuff, and I seen that the final design or whatever for Oculus Rift is starting to ship out next year. It's starting to go to retailers. So then it made me think about virtual reality gaming and just how when you think back to the days of like the original Crystal Maze and that the 90s when they used to have people playing the games. I'm trying to think of what the game show was, but they had something that had virtual reality in it. And
Did they? Are you
I'm trying
sure?
to think. Yeah, there was one, not in Crystal Maze, but it was like that era of game show. And there was one, and I swear there was this thing where like they were sort of stood on like a circular pod with like a waistband all the way around them, with like a headset on. And when they'd walk, it's almost like a 360-degree treadmill. And as they'd walk
Ooh,
forwards on it, but like it had the graphics of like N64.
okay.
But I'm gonna have to try and find what that was. But I'm just thinking how far virtual reality's come,
Wh-
and looking at where like Oculus Rift and stuff is now.
Is it one of those where the people walked away going, "Oh my god, it looks so real"?
I don't remember somebody doing that. I'm gonna have to look at 90s game shows in a minute and try and figure this out because it's gonna bug me now. But yeah, Oculus Rift. I mean, do you think that this is the future of gaming, or is it just a gimmick of the moment?
Gimmick. I reckon virtual reality sort of. I don't know. It's one of those where it hopes to bring immersion and stuff, but it's one of those things where it's never really been affordable
Yeah.
for it to take off, sort of thing. So, because I mean, if you think about it, they've sort of like what you got. You could almost say on PC they've got head tracking software and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And even Connect. I don't know about Sony's camera or whatever, but you could say that is an instance of virtual reality in a sense. Do you know what I mean? Like you move your head, they move theirs. Like,
Yeah.
but in a sense of actual headset, like I don't know. I can't. Yeah, I can't see it taking off. I mean, it's that thing of how long are you really gonna sit there with something on your head? Like it'd have to be lightweight and
The thing
comfortable
that I've
and
been thinking about is, how like Facebook now, But it's not just Facebook, just an example, with the 360-degree videos and pictures and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, it's going to get to a point where I guess, if you were to print out the cardboard that folds up into the phone holder, you can start doing VR on your phones,
Yeah.
on your smartphones and tablets and stuff. It's one of those where Oculus Rift is really cool. It's really immersive,
Yeah.
but I feel like before it's even really out, it's not even that niche. It's already being.
I just think I think it's good. I think it's that thing where everybody's like, "Oh, it'd be so cool to have it," but I think the actual reality of it, when people have it, it'll be like, like I'd rather just play.
Yeah.
Like, I
Okay.
don't know.
So yeah, because the thing, it was really annoying because the other day at work somebody had a Oculus Rift unit and I really wanted to try it, and it was just funny watching people play it and just absolutely just losing their shit. So like
Yeah.
it was like some game. I don't think it was Outlast, but it was like Outlast, and they were basically walking around like an insane asylum, and the stuff just kept like loads of jump scares. But I could just see myself being one of the people that like, I'll be walking along and then something jumps out in front of me and I'll end up on the floor. Like, remember when we was playing that game at the arcade and we were inside the
Yeah.
4D experience? Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of lose my shit a bit and I feel like I would just end up on the floor and then that'd be it. Everybody just remember that time when Jason shot himself?
I think the thing is though is sort of I forgot what I was gonna say. Brilliant.
Sorry. Sorry for making you lose your train of thought.
No, that's what I was gonna say. It's the support behind things is what really makes it take off when
Mm.
you think like, and it's going to be the support that is thrown behind it which will sort of be the deciding factor. I mean, look at Connect. Look how Microsoft sold Connect
Yeah.
when it originally come out. It makes sure it enhances your games and stuff, and then no one really backed it. And then even now on Xbox One, has there really been any sort of,
No.
do you know what I mean? So it's like the software is the hardware is there, it's good, but there's no software
Yeah.
that takes that like
Yeah, I know
uses
what you
it
mean.
really. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so moving on. Have you seen this Battlefield 4 Easter egg, which I have labelled the most intricate Easter egg of all time?
What Easter egg
So
is that?
Jack Frags called it Illuminati confirmed. I know you're a fan of Jack Frags. So
Okay.
what they've done is they've put in is like it's one of those moments where you get people that are like Easter egg hunters and like that's their self-proclaimed title, and then you find these people that have found Easter eggs. Like, how the hell did you guys find this out?
Yeah.
So, like, what it basically is on one of the newer maps, somebody found that there was a skull on a wall. Next to the skull is a light. The light flashes, and what it flashes is Morse code. And when you decipher the code, it's from one of Dice's, like one of the level designers, and one of the guys responsible for things like the Megalodon and stuff. And
Right.
he's made this Morse code in this light, and it says like something along the lines of, something to do with just having fun. So then when you look on this certain bit, there's a square perimeter with lanterns, and loads are turned off and some are turned on. So around the map, and you have to play it on an unranked server, around the map in 7 spots are switches, and when you play the switches, they turn on and off specific lights. And so
Okay.
you have to get it, so you have to do it, organize yourselves so that you can light up all of the lights. At that point, you hear a ding ding, and then there's more Morse code from the light, and then like a keypad turns up, and then like it says to you to go where the something it says something about going to somewhere where it's nighttime. The only map on Battlefield 4 where it's nighttime is the what's it called, with the factory?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
new one they
the night
brought
map.
in.
Yes, then you go
Yeah.
on there and you go to a specific part of the map, and then when you get there, you hear like this really weird slow low noise. But when you speed the noise up, you can actually hear Neebs singing "Birdie Legs" from Battlefield Friends. And the
Really?
clue from the Morse code said take the longest word and its following word and multiply them in order to find the code. So then You take it, and it's like I think it's birdie. Is it little birdie or something like that? But you have to take each individual letter as its numerical value in the alphabet, times those two massive numbers together, you get this long code. You go back to where the skull was, and you find the keypad. Then on the keypad, you type in this number. Then more Morse code comes up, and then you get given. I think Jack Frag said like the code's like 4 minutes long. When you decipher it, it gives you an individual code. Then you have to go to this next map on a ranked game, wait in a spot for 2 minutes. Then a button pops up at the bottom. You press the button, and then you put in a code, and then you've unlocked like the developer dice camo. But it's
Oh
like
wow.
it's just the way that when Jack Frags is explaining, just the way that you have to like organize yourself in order to light all of the lights in the square. And it's the
Yeah.
way that it's not going to always be the same. When you go on, it's 3 random lights that are turned on. You have to figure out which ones to press out of these 7 well-hidden buttons. It's just crazy, and it just made me think like how it's really good when developers make these Easter eggs. And I hear like when you, Spreeze, Beans, and Tom are like doing the Black Ops Zombies ones. It's really cool hearing you guys do that. But how did somebody find? How did this group get together and find all the buttons? Like one of the buttons, Squeak, you have to like fly up to it and then blow up a tree, and then the button's inside the stump of the blown up tree. And you can't
Yeah.
even walk to where the tree is. So who flew their tree over there and blew up the tree to find it in the stump?
It's the thing of they're the same people that find glitches. That's
It's crazy.
do you know what I
don't
mean?
even, I wouldn't even know where to start. So mad. But yeah, I just thought it was really good how you had to, first of all, read Morse code, then decipher the Morse code. And that was it. The Morse code was in Russian, and then you had to translate it to English. Like, that's how mad
Really?
it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a bit mad.
And then, like I said, when you go to the place, it's really slow, low voice, and you had to record the voice and speed it up to figure out what it's saying.
Yeah.
And it just reminded me of, I think it was Portal had an Easter egg. And, like, it made, like, you got to this place and it made this horrible sound. And then when you played the sound into one, I can't remember what the word is, but, like, something that transfers sound into visual.
Okay.
And then, like, when you transfer the sound to visual, it had a picture from Portal, and it had, like, a postcard or something. And, like, that was an Easter egg. And it's like, who the hell thinks of that? To convert something. And then who the hell hears the noise and thinks, let me put this into whatever this
Yeah.
thing is? It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, do you have a favourite Easter egg at all that you've had, that you've played?
I can't actually think of any.
See,
I mean,
I like the hints in like Bethesda games that they do, like their little ones.
what, like the little like throw-ins to film and stuff like
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Or like I think it's on like Skyrim that you could find like these gnomes in a cave, and the gnomes were saying like idea question mark profit, and it's like the underpants gnomes from South Park, because that's what they
Okay,
said.
yeah.
Like they get their idea, something goes in the middle, and then they profit. And it's just funny how they do little things like that, or where they had like weapons named after things, like Notch's pickaxe, when obviously
Yeah.
Minecraft was at its height and stuff. I
Yeah.
love little bits like that. But I'm trying to think of like what my favorite would be. Ooh.
The thing is, I find Easter eggs you're sort of you more remember them just in the moment rather than
Yeah.
like
Well, one of the recent ones that I like is, and I put it on the Facebook page, I shared it, is how somebody found that on Just Cause, they put the black and blue, white and gold dress. Like if you go to a balcony at the top of
Yeah.
this hotel, the girls on opposite sides wearing the dress in the two colours. I thought that was a good little touch, like just having
Yeah.
that sort of random stuff. I'll tell you what my favourite is. When Borderlands 2 had that cave, and it had like all the creepers and stuff in it, it had all the Minecraft stuff in there. I think that'd be my
Okay,
favourite
yeah,
little Easter
yeah.
egg.
The throwback
Yeah,
sort of,
so it was just
yeah.
quite well hidden, and yeah, just the way it was done was quite good. So yeah, there you go. There's mine. Do you have a favourite? Can you think of one?
No.
Oh, what a
No.
letdown. Yeah. So I was looking the other day. Obviously, people have been getting their Xboxes and their PlayStations, and over time they're going to start. We've got to a position now where so many people are getting games and having to delete their games to get their newer games. So I've seen there's two on each console. There is a way to increase your capacity for your console. Now, for the Xbox, it's really easy because Squeak, you've done it.
External hard drive?
External hard drive. Buy one, plug and play. Then I guess you have to format it, don't you? But then
Yeah, you have to format it and then, yeah.
you're good to go.
But it is solely, I'd say it's solely for my Xbox because
Yeah.
I don't think you can, I think Stein was trying to plug it into his PC and so they had to reformat it.
Okay, so yeah, so once it's set for your
So-
Xbox, it's set for your Xbox. how it is. So like I was looking, and there is a PlayStation have set it up so that you can upgrade the capacity of your PS4, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have to, and reading this, it says that it doesn't affect your warranty or anything like that. But you do have to go into the console. Um, and so it's one of those things where you need like a USB drive to try and save some of your stuff, but you can put in another hard drive. So like one of the things that's been suggested is to put in an SSD, and it will kind of help speed up the
It's
running of your console.
That's quite an odd way to go because it would just be easier to add external hard drive support,
Hmm.
wouldn't it? Surely.
Yeah, it's well weird, but it's one of those things where I don't understand why they don't just do it like how the I don't know if the PlayStation had it, but like how the 360 had it. Obviously, when it went to the Slim one, it kind of changed, but you could still just pop the hard drive out. It was a little unit.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
making it universal kind of makes it more accessible. But yeah, I can't find. Annoyingly, I can't find the article now to read through the step by step. But yeah, basically you can take out and replace your hard drive with a larger one if you're on PS4.
It's just a bit odd that you did say that like you can go in the console and stuff like that.
Mm. Well, some of you to look at, I guess. How old your PlayStation now? Is that out of warranty yet?
No, no. I've only had it like what, less than a year,
Okay.
maybe.
Well, maybe that's something for you to look into. Once your warranty's up, we'll kind of do a hey. Remember when we mentioned that you could take your hard drive out? Here's a video of Squeak breaking his PS4.
Yeah, I was gonna say, right, like it wouldn't be upgrading, it'd be breaking it. Like.
Bricks his freaking PS4. But yeah, no, I think that's really cool because yeah, it's one of those things where too often do they lock you into you having to buy their products. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? So with the Xbox 360, you had to get a 360 hard drive. And then when it was a Slim, they had the cables so that you could use the cables to plug your old hard drive in to transfer stuff, but it was just really inconvenient. Whereas this, a small portable hard drive, I swear you can get like a terabyte for like 30 quid,
yeah.
and then you
The
can just bang
thing,
that
the
next to
thing
it.
is, storage has become more affordable now as
Yeah.
it's gone on. I mean, what I got a 3 terabyte. I think it was for 60,
Okay, that's not bad at all.
maybe a bit more, but yeah, not much more than that.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I mean that is pretty cool. Um, I was looking at another thing when I was looking at like going into consoles and then consoles breaking, and I was thinking, I can't remember which. I think it's a Sony phone, but waterproof technology. Now I put on it, good idea or bad business. What do you think?
Uh, I I sort of just don't understand why you'd want waterproof technology. I can understand in the sense of like spills and things like that, but I mean, how waterproof are we talking? Like,
Well, from what I could see, it's really annoying
are we
because
talking
typically Google
proper?
Chrome, being the great browser that it claims to be, likes to crash, and then when you try and restore the session, your browser windows don't always pop up. So I can't find the link, but with this phone, it was supposed to be able to go. I think it was something stupid like 5 meters. I think it was.
Yeah,
So it's not that deep, but it's the kind of thing where yeah. So stupidly, Nicola's done it in the past year, and Nicola's cousin Georgia has done it recently, where they have both dropped their phones in the toilet because for some reason, you get these women that choose to put their phones in their back pocket. They go to the
yeah.
toilet, and yeah. So I think that it's for people like that where it is good, but that's just with phones. I'm thinking, if we were to move on to technology in general.
I think waterproof is a good idea in the sense of, you know, like it's sort of peace of mind.
Hmm.
If you think, because it's like, oh shit, I've just spilt my drink all over my phone.
Yeah.
Like, it's knackered. Like, do you know what I
And
mean?
that's the thing,
Like,
but then is it bad business because it's a few things that have been said by various people is technology doesn't last as long as it used to, and is that so that you have to buy more technology? So if they made it waterproof, does that mean that whenever you have like warranty and stuff, it's never covered by water damage? So if something was made waterproof, then you wouldn't have to replace your phone because you dropped it in the toilet.
I think for the consumer it's good. I think for business it would probably be bad.
Yeah, because I was thinking, you have things where Trying to think. So in Bristol, on like Millennium Square, is like a massive LED TV screen where they put like big events on. So they had like the World Cup on when there was like the opera and stuff a few months back. They had that on and people would sit out and watch it. And I think being able to have TVs outdoors,
Yeah.
I think would be pretty cool.
I think it is that thing in a sense of if people don't upgrade as much because they don't need to, because of they don't want to sort of thing, and their phone's fine, it's not broke, and like it's not water damaged or anything like that. I think it's a case of how will they compensate that in the business. Do you know what I mean? Like,
the things I expect whatever the device is, the price would go up even more, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because I remember, I think it was it wasn't the 5100, was it? It was like 5400, Nokia 50 something. But like my sister's dad had it and it was indestructible. And I remember he had it insured and stuff. And he said like at work he drove over it with like they all stood on it. They've kicked it around. He drove over it with the forklift and all these things. And he brought it home. Like you could see a few scrapes, but the phone still worked. And then like when it was out of contract, and he upgraded his phone. He gave the phone to me after 2 weeks. Like it must have been messing around with my friends. Was sat on the phone. There was like a pylon, and then the screen broke. And I was like, what the fuck? This phone has gone through the wars.
Yeah.
We pissed ass around, and it broke. So it's one of those things, I think waterproof tech would be really cool, but I can also see a lot of people being like, oh, my iPad works underwater, let's go Tenerife, I'll take it scuba diving. And then you just end up with just the ocean just full of mobile devices.
I think it's that thing as well of like, to be fair, technology is not really made to last as it is, I don't think.
No.
It sort of degrades over time as it is. I mean, computers get slower, your phone will struggle to do stuff.
I think it's ridiculous how consoles sort of like break down after a year, and that's quite
It's when they release stuff and it doesn't work. That's what gets me. It's sort of
it's a weird business ploy, isn't it? But I guess it makes sense. You got warranty for a year and a half. You get 18 months warranty, and then month 20 it breaks down. Oh, if you want, we can repair it, but it will cost like 30 quid less than a brand new unit would cost.
Yeah.
So
it's business though, isn't it? It's business. If it's why there's no cure for things, because they keep you coming back.
Yeah. So thinking about waterproof tech then, Squeak. So I've said like I'd like to make waterproof televisions, so you could just put your TV in your back garden on a rainy day and just watch it, because why not? If you could pick a piece of tech to make waterproof.
Really?
Now remember, the dildos are already waterproof. Okay, so you have to pick something else.
You're so funny. Hilarious.
What piece of tech would you make waterproof?
Hilarious, because I just have a collection of dildos strewn about my room. Is that a word, strewn?
Yeah,
strewn. Yeah. Well, I'm going with it anyway. Strewn about my room. My bed. I don't have a bed. It's just a mattress of dildos.
Just interlaced dildos.
It's just not even woven. Just
a pile.
A pile just thrown there, and I sort of just wiggle into them.
Okay, so if you had to choose a piece of tech that you would like to make waterproof, if you could have a waterproof piece of tech, what would it be?
Ooh, I don't know, because there's never a time where I think, oh god, I wish this was waterproof so that I could sit in the back.
Anybody listening, you can see now where Squeak is really going to struggle Until Dawn, because you have to make decisions.
Are there already waterproof headphones?
I don't know, but that is a decent piece of tech. So like,
The only thing is that it's that thing of it's not just with headphones. It's not just being waterproof. It's sound underwater. So.
Yeah, but I'm thinking if it's in ear. Now I'm thinking, you set your phone or whatever. If it's a Bluetooth headphones, you put whatever your music device is at the side, because they tend to have like 10 to 20 meters, don't they?
Yeah.
Or more. If it's in ear, then I think you'd still be able to hear it.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'd have.
Cool, I like that.
If you go swimming in the sea, you just gotta watch out for sharks sneaking up on you.
Yeah. Although I don't think you'd hear a shark coming for you anyway if you had no headphones in.
Oh, I have hearing like Aquaman.
Okay. Fair enough. Just imagine you in an Aquaman suit now.
Do you the thing is, do you reckon that Aquaman hears like normal people hear underwater? So really, he just hears like nothing.
No.
He should do.
I think he hears like a dolphin.
Had the dolphins here.
I don't know. I'm not a dolphin.
Well, there you go. Maybe they hear like us as well.
No, dolphins hear like whales,
How do whales hear?
like dolphins.
Well, maybe they both hear like us. We
Okay.
could go around this
We could.
forever.
Well, rather than dosey doing till our final days, I'm going to move on into our WhatsApp of the week.
Bed of dildos.
Bed of dildos. What's the difference between a Ferrari and a pile of rotten dildos? Squeak does not have a Ferrari in his bedroom. Moving
Wait,
on
I
to the
have
WhatsApp
rotten
of.
ones now? Not even fresh.
Are you telling me you clean them?
Totally. I got this cleaning formula. Dildo shine.
Fuck's sakes. Right, the WhatsApp of the week. Normally I try to pick stuff that's relatively unknown, but I fancy playing something a bit more mainstream, if you will. So I decided to try out the UFC game on the iPad. It's okay. It leaves me wanting a little bit more. It's one of those where, you tap and swipe in order to do the different moves, if you will. So a tap will do a jab. Tap the top half of the screen will jab the face. Tap the bottom half will jab the body. A swipe up will do an uppercut. So if you do that on the top of the screen, head, bottom of the screen, body. Swipe forwards, I think, is a hook. You swipe backwards to dodge, so like bob and weave. Two fingers on the screen will block, but then like as you're hitting the person with the attacks, your fighter has a list of moves like Superman punches and overhand punches, takedown, stuff like that. You have to hit the person so many times in order to build up this little bar. It only takes a few strikes, and then you unlock a move.
So it's almost like a special.
Yeah. So then you do that. But what I found is that because it's EA, it's got that little aspect to it where after you finish a fight, you get these coins. You get the coins to open a box, and the box will give you these icons that give you XP towards certain moves. So if your guy has a Superman punch, when you open a box, if you got one that says Superman punch 5 XP, if you apply that to Superman punch, it doubles it.
Yeah.
And you can level that up, so that move does more damage. So as you're playing through, you only get one fighter to start off with. But if you want other fighters, you have to pay the real money to get these other fighters. And they are not cheap. I was really,
Okay.
like I know EA is a bit.
EA
Oh.
monetize everything though.
Yeah. But I'm just gonna try and have a quick look on there now and try and just come up with some of the prices that are on there. So yeah, so when you start off with, I think it's Alexander Gustafsson, or how you say his name, as your one fighter. And after you do so many fights, once you do the career mode in quotation marks so far, you unlock a middleweight, and you get one middleweight for free. But the problem that you have is that you're getting put against opponents that are that much stronger than you that you have to kind of use your skill to avoid them as much as possible. But I've got to a point where my fighter, for example, has say 400 health, but then I'm fighting against Anderson Silva, who's got like 700 health, but his attacks are also harder as well.
Yeah. So you're getting annihilated.
Yeah, and it starts to get quite clunky in like trying to do the moves and stuff. So okay, so with fighters, so with the heavyweights, John Jones costs 3,350 of the premium gold, and 3,450 of the premium gold is £23. So if I want John Jones, and that's just unlocking one character. If I want to unlock John Jones, it will cost me £23.
And this is essentially a mobile game, right?
Yeah, this is just on my iPad.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
So it's one of those where like it started off pretty decent. I played through. Let me just have a quick look now. So I'm on my 21st career fight for one of them, but then for my other fighter, I can only get up to say 12 because the opponents he's put up against are too far ahead. So I just get knocked out after like 3 moves. It's ridiculous.
The thing is that is a stupid amount of money because when you think about it, for an extra couple of quid, you could buy, say, the Fallout season pass, something like that.
But the
something
thing is,
actually...
for a little bit extra, I could buy one of the UFCs from a console.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's just
EA.
so for that reason, it started off really well. but the monetization of it really just killed it. And I think for that reason, this game it can only get 2 out of 5.
The thing is, there will be people out there that pay that amount of money.
The thing is, as well, Squeak, is
That's
the hoops you have to jump through. So I can't even tell you about the head-to-head mode because apparently there's a head-to-head mode, but the hoops I have to jump through. So I have to get to level 12 in heavyweight, which I managed to do, which unlocks my middleweight. Then in middleweight I have to get to level 20. Now I'm stuck because the guy ahead of me is so much stronger. I can't. He, like I said, he knocks me out in like 3 moves.
yeah, yeah,
So I can't get that. It says play UFC for 3 days to get flyweight. Play UFC for 5 days to get bantamweight. That's not too bad. But the middleweight one, I don't. It's going to be such a struggle to get there. And so I can't even tell you about head-to-head mode. And it's one of those things where you can play your friends in head-to-head mode. But if it's so difficult for me, that means it's going to be difficult for you.
yeah, yeah.
And we're going to both have to have played the game for 5 days in order to play head-to-head? Nah.
That's
Sorry,
a bit.
mate. 2 out of 5. EA, get the fuck out of my face. That's all you're getting, son of a bitch.
Yeah, that is a bit much. I mean, money wise, and then I don't like that with games where they sort of lock you out of modes. Like,
It's ridiculous. It doesn't. You know, you wanna make your game as accessible to me as possible.
you want to make it fun.
But yeah, I understand the dialing back to get me wanting more. I get that. That's cool. But don't put down such a massive shutter and then try to tell me that if I want one of my favourite people, it's going to cost me £23.
Yeah, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
For something that I don't know, mobile gaming, it doesn't really last like
No.
proper games. So I mean, yeah, that's just crazy.
So yeah. So we're going to move on then. We're going to go to our shout outs. Squeak.
I don't have any as usual, but
Don't have any?
I do want to say Steam sales are on,
Okay.
and I saw some the other day, saying
Shout out to Steam. Honourable mention.
no. But what I'm saying is, if you use Steam and you're buying stuff, I don't know if they've fixed it yet, but it was saying that people can see other people's details, like full details.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. So be careful on Steam. I saw something earlier on Reddit. I've shared it on the. Did I share it? I think I took a screenshot. I haven't shared it yet. It was really cool. But on Reddit, somebody was saying about how they looked at the sale and the bundle on sale was more expensive than buying the two games.
Okay. Yeah.
So then somebody else put, you don't even need to do the math. 60% off is a bigger discount than 50%. Then somebody put, like, you know, Reddit's hashtags, they didn't do the maths. And then somebody put, not the monster math. And then somebody else put, it wasn't a graveyard math. I just love the way that, yeah, they said, you know, they'd basically done the monster mash in their tags. I quite like that.
Yeah.
That's the first time on Reddit I've seen something that's actually made me laugh because, you know, James tells us about stuff quite often. Like, that was my first experience of it. So yeah, go Reddit community. So yeah, my shout outs. I'm going to give a shout out to @Polycade. So @Polycade are this group who are on Kickstarter at the moment, and they're creating an arcade machine that can run pretty much any games you want, and they're having it preloaded with, depending on how much if you get involved in the Kickstarter, obviously how much you pledge depends on what you get. But it's costing, you know, $1,000 plus to get the full package. But they're basically using Raspberry Pis,
Okay.
and they're using that to make machines that have like 3-player, 4-player multiplayer. So I thought that's pretty cool. So I thought I'd give them a shout out. Just because I really like that idea, and it's really cool how the technology we've got we're able to use to make something bigger and better. Because I think it'd be the way they've made it is quite a small unit. You could sort of like hang out on your wall, doesn't take up too much space.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, you know, the lads come round, it's in the corner, people can just play it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I thought that was cool. But my main shout I want to give to an old friend of mine, Kendall James. So Kendall has a page on Facebook for eye candy. And what eye candy specializes in is pixel art. It's the stuff I sent you, Squeak.
Yeah, it looked pretty good as well, man.
And yeah, Kendall makes loads of stuff. She does like crochet, but she does so many things that are like game related, and she uses what they call like hammer beads, I think, and makes loads of different designs. But then yeah, like I said, she crochets stuff. So this year she was making like Christmas decorations. She's made key rings. For my sister's 18th birthday, I got her to make I can't remember the kid's name. The kid from Kingdom Hearts. She made a massive one of those. Like she took a picture, sort of drew her own, and then made that into the beads. And yeah, it's like it's framed. My sister still got it now. It was awesome. And I think yeah,
Okay.
I mean if you give it a look, I'll try and put the link in the description as always. Her Etsy shop www.etsy.com/shop/KendallJames KendalJames. Go check it out because if you're into like little trinkets, little gaming stuff, she does some really cool things. And I think you should go check it out. I'm hoping that if we can get the Facebook page up to 100 likes, I will grab a few things off her and just give it to somebody.
Yeah.
Because it's not
Yeah.
even like she's expensive either. It's all really affordable little trinkets. It's
I was
cool.
I was gonna say they do look pretty cool, like the little things that you showed me in that
Yeah.
picture and that. Right.
So yeah. So hopefully as well, I'm going to speak to Kendall and possibly get us like some ÜWatt key rings. Just get like the U. Do you know what I mean? Just get to make a few of them, something a little
Yeah,
small, and just yeah.
I
I
hear
think
that.
those would be
Like a
cool.
like a blue Peter badge.
Yes, like a Blue Peter badge.
Yeah.
You what? Cool. So yeah, I mean that's the show for this week. I'm just gonna quickly, as always, advertise our Twitter at @uwatt underscore uwatt spelled UWATT underscore. Then we've got the facebook.com/uwatt podcast. I'm trying to get as many likes on there as possible. We need to raise the profile. I'll keep doing this. We're only like month 3, so we're still really young. We're still at the beginning, but it's slowed down. I want to keep going up. I don't really know where to look, Squeak, to try and find. Do you know what I mean? Like where to publicize, but where to
Yeah.
get publicity. But I'm hoping as well that this year,
We could be those cool people that go on other people's YouTubes and comment in the comment section.
the thing is, you had me
Come
until the
and check
comment bit. I didn't realize you were being satirical until that point. But it might be worth reaching out to a few people and just being like, hey man, do you mind if we just come on the show, or do you want to come on our show? Because I'd like to even interview a few people. Just do like a 60 seconds, like 5 questions, a
Yeah.
few random ones with a few stuff that kind of looks into where they've come from and do things like that. I think this year we do need to look at. I mean, in the summer in particular, because usually you come down for your visit to Bristol, we should look into conventions, because there's been a few gaming conventions last year that have sort of done their first or second year. I think it'd be worth us going to
That's
some
the
of those.
thing. I mean, what, Birmingham passed us by,
Yeah,
things like that. Yeah.
but yeah, if I can, get a few bits, maybe get some cards made or something. But yeah, we're gonna. So another thing actually that Kendall even shared on her page is that in Portsmouth they had there's a gaming tournament that goes on. Sorry, you might hear my clicking while I try and find the advert. They had the Game Over Bit tournament, the first series of knockout tournaments at Game Over, and so they had a Pong tournament, Mortal Kombat on the Sega Mega Drive, PlayStation's Buster Move 2, Mario Kart 64, and Atari Basketball, and they had tournaments in that, and that was in a place in Portsmouth. It was like I think it was £10 to enter the tournament. There's 32 places, but I think that was like their first one, and I want to get involved in more stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I think then we can, I like the way they've done it. So it's 4-bit, 8-bit, 32-bit, 4, 8, 16, 32, and 64-bit tournaments. And I think stuff like that, let's get more involved in things like that. So anybody listening, if you have stuff like that, give us a shout. If we can make it, 2016, we will endeavour to attend as much as we can. Would you say that's fair, Squeak?
Yeah.
Because I think even if it's a thing where, if it's something down here, then I'll try and go to it. If it's something up near you, then I guess you can try and go to it.
That's the thing. I mean,
But in the summer, we will try and hit as many as we can as a pair, as a duo, lesbian life partners.
power couple.
Power couple. That's it. That's what I was looking for. See, you complete me. So yeah. So find us on Twitter. Find us on Facebook. You've got uwatt.podomatic.com. If you're on iTunes and just type in uwatt, you can find our podcast there. So I know not everybody wants to have their YouTube open. You can find us audio only. But yeah, as always, if you're listening, give us a comment. Tell us what you think. If you've had any suggestions. So here you go. Here's a question. Waterproof technology. If you could make one thing waterproof that you would keep, what would it be? Squeak, any final messages?
No.
Okay. So as always, I've been Jace. He's been Squeak. And we'll see you next week.
Later.